Hey there, welcome to Pens and Concepts, where learning meets simplicity. This is episode 1 of the plant series, Photosynthesis in Higher Plants. In this episode, we'll be covering the early experiments on photosynthesis and the photosynthetic pigments. Now let's talk about 4 scientists who have performed several early experiments that reveal the importance of light, air, and green leaves in this process. The first scientist is Joseph Priestley. He discovered that plants release a gas that supports burning and respiration. In his bell jar experiment with a candle and a mouse, he showed that plants restore the air, which is later identified as oxygen. The second scientist is Jan Ingenhousz. He proved that sunlight is essential for photosynthesis. His experiments showed that only the green parts of plants release oxygen and only in the presence of light. The third scientist is Julius von Sachs. He demonstrated that starch is the first visible product of photosynthesis, showing the link between light absorption and food formation in plants. And the last fourth scientist is Theodor Engelmann. He used a filamentous algae, Cladophora, and aerobic bacteria to prove which light wavelengths are most effective in photosynthesis. When light passed through a prism, bacteria clustered near the blue and red regions, showing that these wavelengths release the most oxygen and are most effective for photosynthesis. There are 4 photosynthetic pigments: chlorophyll A, B, xanthophylls, and carotenoids, where chlorophyll A is the primary pigment and the rest are accessory pigments which increases efficiency by transferring the energy to chlorophyll A. Now let's understand these 3 graphs. The first graph is the absorption spectrum. This graph shows how different pigments absorb light at different wavelengths. Chlorophyll A absorbs mainly blue and red light, whereas chlorophyll B and carotenoids absorb other regions like blue-green light. Together, they help plants use a wider range of sunlight. The second graph is the action spectrum. This graph shows the rate of photosynthesis at different wavelengths. It has 2 peaks in the blue and red regions, meaning photosynthesis is most effective there. It matches the absorption spectrum, proving that light absorption drives photosynthesis. The last graph is the comparison graph. When you overlay both the graphs, their peaks almost coincide, showing that the wavelengths absorbed by pigments are the same wavelengths where photosynthesis occurs most efficiently. That's it for today's episode. Please do like, share, and subscribe me on YouTube and follow me on Instagram at Pens and Concepts. See you in the second episode.